Hello and welcome back to Factorio Fixit. My name's Negative Root and let's get cracking. Today we're playing a factory by DrunkestSpartan. Sub 10 hour base, let's do this thing. Oh, let's get some lights. Now, Spartan sent this in, I think he's been watching a fair few of my videos just quietly. And let's have a look around and see what we could do here. Now, blue science seems to be mostly set up. There's some issues there. We'll come back to that. We've got red science there, green science here. It seems like most of the basic stuff is handled. However, there seems to be a lot of stuff going around everywhere here. So this is going to be quite an interesting base. Now the base itself seems pretty compact. There's not a lot of wasted space really. Let's come out here and have a look. Okay, so we've got some pipes. Yeah, no worries. Let's grab some gates. Well, here we go. So this is quite interesting. This little setup. So what it's doing is it's, turning itself into steel, and it's self-regulating. Well, kind of self-regulating. You'll notice that it will buffer up inside the furnace itself. We've got some gun turrets. Sorry. Yeah, okay, nice. Let's go out here and have a look. Because we notice that there's some issues with the blue science setup. You notice that there's some things missing. Okay. And see that we've got some iron issues. And that's not very good. So what we need to do is got more iron heading down south. So we follow this bus up, right? It seems that Spartan's set up a bit of a distributed processing for his iron ore, and it changes itself into iron plate at only the times at which he wants it to. Now this here, I'm thinking, it is what I'm thinking. Yeah, it is. Right, so what we need to do, okay, is just push more iron up into this, because this is currently really starved for resources. I need to make sure that more is coming in. So here, this is going to create more electronic circuits. It's only if it comes to this side that it will actually be of some use. So once it comes to this side, then it's going to start doing the right thing. Now, this is partly why the distributed processing idea is a bad idea, because it's hard to troubleshoot. It's hard to fix it and make sure it's doing the right thing. And see now, oh dear. So this is okay. This is making steel for everything. Let's just delete that, get rid of that, because I don't think that's required, to be frank. So let's run with this. Now, what we'd actually be... You see that nothing is running at full speed because of this massive iron shortage. And the iron shortage is because of the design decisions that have been made. If you don't do this crazy stuff, you can troubleshoot it a bit easier. For the most part, a lot of this flicking it onto one side of the belt, it's a bad idea. It just makes it harder to troubleshoot. And if it's hard to troubleshoot, then it's hard to improve it. And if it's hard to improve it, then it's more likely that you're going to drive yourself bonkers trying to fix it all. Now this is weird. This really needs, you guessed it, a splitter. Oops. Not that a compression loss is an issue there at the moment, because it's totally not. Now when we come up here, what do we got? can see here we've got plenty of iron plate hanging around. Right, and these, where does this go? Oh, it comes down here. So what we could do, right, to partially fix the issue, is we could go and sneak some iron plate in up the top here. If we can do that, we're gonna, you know, largely fix the issue for the moment. However, because it's so spread out, everything's so spread out, you know, fixing it permanently is going to be damn near impossible, is the long and the short of that one. So let's grab this, come to here, grab another couple of splitters, actually go there, split down again. Rightio, let's run it over here. Let's get some underground belts happening. Get rid of the trees so we can see. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed it in here. So that means that I need to do a bit of an Arumba knot to get it on the right side of the belt. Trees. More trees. There's another one. So here I have our belt. Rightio, and we need it on the top side. So we've got one of two ways. There we go. So this is largely going to solve the iron plate issue that we've got going on, and that means that now we can kind of go focus on other things. That now that we've salvaged our how would you say, our blue science situation. Yeah, situation, it's a good word. We've salvaged the situation now. You see that this is all running quite nicely. However, the green circuit production is always going to be iffy. And the reason that's going to be iffy is because of this iron plate production. You can see that there's barely anything getting through. And what is getting through is actually being consumed. So it's only the rare thing that will actually make it. And when something does make it past, it's not actually going to make it all the way, and it's going to be used up here. So a bad situation really, where the only real way to solve this is to increase production. That's really what needs to happen. So we need some stone bricks, we need some plate, and see if we can. Okay, what about if we do this? There you go. Off we go. So let's go craft some stuff for us. In the meantime, what we'll do is a little bit of inventory management, ditch some of this useless crap. Get rid of that, don't need that, that or that. And yeah, inventory management's one of those things. You just got to do it. Okay. Now we'll place these two down. Oops. Okay, so that's going to give us more production, but you can see that what's happening is we're not actually getting full compression to one side of the belt. So we'll speed that up there. That's going to improve that. Now hopefully this is enough to punch it. No, it's not going to be. That's a bugger. I was hoping it was going to punch it all the way through, but it's not quite fast enough. Or is it? So really this needs to be a double belt if you're going to run that many furnaces on it. And what else? We go have a look over here, see what's happening over here now. There's our advanced electronics. We'll run with explosives for the moment. yeah, I think that the idea behind it is, you know, it's not completely ill-founded. You know, distributed processing for the iron plate is, you know, it's a reasonable idea. However, the execution is what needs to be refined. I think if you execute it well, it would work, but you know, you've got to be able to balance the material across the area. You know, you can see here that we're not really doing what we need to be doing. You can see that we've got no green circuits. They're pretty much non-existent, and my power to fix it is very, very limited because of the design decision to run with, you know, having a little bit of iron processing here, a little bit here, and a little bit up here. You know, if you stick it in one spot, you can. It's a lot easier to then say, okay, well, we've got it in one spot. Oh, here we are. So look, here's another thing, right? I didn't actually spot this, so what we'll do. Now we've got two lines, okay, and what we really want to do is balance it and have it so that we've got everything heading to the right spot. So what we'll do, okay, is we'll combine these two lines and then we'll split them off again. Because in that way, hopefully we'll be able to kind of control how our iron ore is being used in the system. And I'm actually right now, I'm kind of regretting having picked up that joining line, because that may have been useful. That's okay. Rightio. So we've got these two lines. We've got a little bit of buffer storage. And how could we do this actually? What if, right? What if we swung these around? Yep, swung these around. They're both full. Okay. Now we'll take stuff out. Well, actually, we'll move it one step closer. Probably didn't need to pick up both of those. Anyway. Yep. Like that. I haven't really thought that through, have I? Sometimes I wonder about me. Okay. So now we can run a bit of buffer storage. So this will be cool. Rightio. Okay. Just throw that there. Now with this one we'll do it in the other direction. So we'll do an out, buffer, buffer. Well, that's not going to be symmetrical, so that's no good. Now buffer storage is a really good idea. It is a really, really good idea. So, in your factory, if you have the opportunity to get some buffer storage going on, I'd suggest do it. Because it is very, very, very handy. And this has actually turned out to be a little bit longer than what I intended, but anyway, we'll make it work. Okay. So now what we need to do, okay, we have our two lines. We need to join them together. Okay. So this will join them together, and then we're going to split them apart. So have that one go that way, whoop, and that one go that way. Oops. We'll get it right eventually. Okay, and that should balance itself out. Now, it's horrible, it's got lots of turns, I know, but it's what we have to work with, I'm afraid. Oh dear, that's no good. Okay, now what we'll do here is I'll just introduce a splitter just to jump that back over, connect that back up. Excellent. So that seems to be working now. Now it looks bad, and that's because a lot of this production is actually being eaten by our buffer storage now. So that's it's not a good thing, but not a bad thing either, because we're still getting it. You know, we're getting the resources. They're just being placed in boxes as opposed to placed on the line. Now, as you get further into the game, it'll give you an artificial boost at times. It'll allow you to, you know, keep running even though you're in the middle of a resource crisis. And that's a good thing. If your factory can keep going and you don't have to immediately, like instantly the moment your miners run out, go and find another iron patch. You know, if you can still kind of limp along for a little bit, it gives you time to be like, oh, okay, I need to go actually fix this. Whoops, I didn't mean to build a pump. 3 and 4. Yeah, it'll give you time to go and, you know, actually make or find the new place. You know, put down the infrastructure needed, do all the building you need to do, and then secure that resource. That little bit of time is priceless, and that is especially true if you're playing a more of a competitive map, just like a hard mode or something. You know, being able to say, all right, well, you know, I need more stuff. I'm going to need more stuff, but I don't need it this absolute instant. That is very, very good. So here we go. Now everything, right, coming through this splitter, it's going to split everything 50-50. So I don't really mind which side of the belt, sorry, which way it comes in, because it'll get split 50-50. Okay. So let's go have a look over here. You can see all of this is just being eaten currently, which isn't a good thing, but this will buffer up. You notice here we've got 47, 48, 49. That's going to slowly count up to 100. Once it gets to 100, then I'll stop and this will back up. This entire line will back up. These here will continue to eat it because I don't think that the electronic circuits will ever back up. But that gives us a little bit of a situation where, you know, hopefully this system will kind of balance itself out. That's what I'm trying to aim for right now. Just try and build a few things and get it so that if we give it enough pushes, it'll balance itself and not have to, you know, be too crazy with what it. Well, we don't have to be too crazy with our solutions to the issue. Now, I reckon there's another. So let's upgrade this. Just give us a little bit more production. You know, because that's totally the issue right now. It's not, but yeah, it is a crazy town. I'll give it to Spartan, that's for sure. It is a crazy town. So we're going to leave it here. Short of a redesign, I've given you guys some thoughts on how I'd go about getting it to work, and you know, the theory behind making something like this work. Short of many hours in game, though, I don't think I can get it to work, you know, in a kind of a time-sensitive way. So we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode, where we continue to play around with different factories from different people. It could be you if you send it in to rootnegative@gmail.com. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Until next time, see you later.